Wow.
That's quite a
It's
chunk
so heavy.
of steel. That thing is about 20 years older than I am.
I bet most people couldn't guess what this is.
One hint would be it's a World War II relic. Isn't that crazy?
That is really
it's very heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, so heavy.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I'm done.
Yeah. All right.
Here you go.
Let's tell the tale.
Okay. So, what did you do yesterday?
Oh, I had a really interesting day yesterday. I went to the beach to get my walk, my 10,000 steps. Mm-hmm. And when I got on the beach, I walked around for a minute, and then it was very gloomy out, very rainy, and I was looking for treasures like these, mostly shark's teeth. And this young man walks up to me, and he's in need of something. And I talked to him for a minute. He said, I'm looking for a place to put some items that I found so that they won't get carried away by somebody else. He thought I was a local, maybe he could put them under my house or something at the beach. And I said, show me what you got. And he brought me over and he showed me these two. He had found these two 90 millimeter shot from cannons, from guns from World War II.
Oh, wow.
So they were war relics.
Oh, cool.
And it was really interesting. And mostly what I look for is stuff like this, like shark's teeth. Look, I found these two.
Yeah, those are pretty
within
cool.
the same 1 week period. Mm-hmm. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
This one is a little more worn down, and it was actually challenging to find that because in the surf it didn't really look like anything. Mm-hmm. But they are indeed megalodon teeth that are millions of years old.
That's so cool.
So I followed the guy around and I learned about what he does, and very knowledgeable. But let's let him tell the story. Check this out.
You too.
Oh, good. So I'm out here at the beach today, 3+ months after Hurricane Florence, right?
Yep.
Met this guy, metal detector. Well, what have you found here?
Those are World War II 90 millimeter solid shot. They were anti-tank rounds that were fired off the beach, a mile out. I don't know how far.
Wow.
But they pulled targets down this beach, and Florence and Michael pulled some sand off, and you can.
So you
find
think
some cool
this
stuff.
was a practice operation?
Yeah, they were definitely practice.
Yeah, it's really neat. How much do these weigh?
They're 27 pounds each.
You can see the ballistic tip on that. What happens when you knock the rust off of them?
They're beautiful. They look like the day they were fired. Some of them still have the paint on them.
Wow. Is something like that worth anything?
They go for about $100
Wow.
a piece.
Fantastic.
But I just want to get them possibly seen by the museum, and hopefully get them in the museum. That would be pretty cool down at the Missile Museum.
I hear you. What's your YouTube channel?
I'm Ford Mustang Brad, but I normally do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Bradley Thomas Dixon.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. So we're back at Bradley's camp. He's going to show me some of the coins he's found today.
Got a 1944 Mercury dime, another 1944 Mercury dime, and a Roosevelt dime, but all these are 90% silver. You can hear them.
Wow.
They have a...
Fantastic. Good. It's a good haul. So you were out for a few hours today, huh?
Absolutely.
You got a bag full.
Most of the things I find are World War II related.
Mm-hmm.
Here are some 50 caliber machine gun bullets from World War II. This is a little 37 millimeter cannon shot. Solid shot on that one too. That's not incendiary. This was from an incendiary round. That's the very end. You can see the threads where it's screwed in, and that was an actual shell. So that did explode. I've not found an unexploded round. I've been searching here for several years.
It's really funny that when we met, I think I had just walked by these and not identified them as anything.
Yeah, So I was walking by houses and I was looking for somebody. I was like, golly, I cannot have these just sitting out because somebody's going to snatch them up.
Someone will recognize them. Yeah, I sure didn't. I just walked right,
And,
right
you
by
know,
'em.
somebody could be alarmed and think that they're something dangerous, but they're not
Yeah.
dangerous at all. They're no more dangerous than a rock.
Yeah, interesting. Well, cool. Well, you're going to knock some of the iron off
Absolutely.
of one of these and show it to me?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me grab my hammer.
I can almost see the rifling or the grooves.
Classy hammer. That's just something I found
Oh,
out
I
on the
like
beach.
it. It's rustic.
But
Don't lose a finger on my account.
I just take them and just start knocking them, and the rust, the vibrations start popping the rust off. Kind of like ultrasonic cleaner at the jewelry store.
Wow, and it happens pretty quickly, brother.
It's pretty fast, yeah. You do have to do further cleanup on them, just because of the salt that builds up inside the steel.
All right.
But this is a very fast process.
Look at that.
And for helping me out today, since I was kind of in a pickle, I'm gonna let you have the very next one we find,
Oh, well, thank you.
and you can clean it up yourself at home.
Look at that. That's considerably older than me.
1942.
Yeah. Look at that. And why is it black underneath? It's carbon? Or?
It is carbon steel. You can see that little hole in the end. That was where they put the tracer material, but otherwise it is 100% solid tool steel. Hardened tool steel. There you go.
I love it. I am just so intrigued, and just I have to go find one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go find another one.
So this is the smaller things that I found that I don't consider trash. You see these bands? That's from the incendiary 90mm rounds.
Well, you know an awful lot about these weapons and
I've dug up a bunch of them.
accessories, how to detect them and how to identify them. That's pretty meaningful.
These smaller ones are from the 37mm. So during World War II, if you read the history of Camp Davis and the World War II training that went on here, they tested 40mm, I believe it was, and 90mm rounds. So, and obviously the 50 caliber machine gun bullets, they were fired at the Wasp pilots, the females that used to fly up and down the island pulling live targets.
Mm-hmm. This looks like a contemporary quarter to me from
Yep,
what I
there's,
could see.
you know,
Just a good mix.
a key that was lost during the war
Uh-huh.
to a quarter that was lost 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So anything and everything metal.
All right. Well, I can't wait to get back out there. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go find something cool.
It looks like another projectile like you had.
That is a water pipe,
Oh, okay.
but they sound a lot alike. And that piece is not coming up, so we're gonna leave that there for them. But check this out. I didn't even hear that. That's
Another piece.
that's a piece of the shrapnel, the band that goes around the bottom of an incendiary 90mm round.
Now about 80 years old or so.
And that was just in the hole. I think it's a a chunk of the incendiary 90 millimeter. You can see it's got the right.
Right curve too.
Yeah, absolutely. The ones that are solid are so far have been solid shot, but that's correct geometry for a 90 millimeter. Definitely a big piece of steel of some sort. There it is. That's a big chunk of steel right there. Oh man.
Looks like the top of one.
Yeah, it does. Probably
Or another
tip
chunk of the one you just found.
yeah, exactly. But that's probably 8 pounds right there, 9, 10 pounds. This is not a shell, but interesting signal. I'm gonna check it out.
It was just a little further down.
Yep. Got a big iron signal. Oh, it's big. I just tried to pull it up and it is not budging. Alright, I got it loose.
I see a point. This could be my shot.
That's it.
That's it.
That one is going home with you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Wow.
27 pound,
Good job.
90 millimeter.
Fantastic.
From
I can
World
see
War
the
II.
striation right through there. Just a little. Now that I know what to look for.
Yep.
All right.
Exo Man can't wait to get home to start cleaning this shell up.
I have to see what I've got here.
Wow,
Look at that.
it's cleaning up nicely.
All right.
The ones that were below the water table seem to be a little bit more corroded from the salt water.
Yeah.
This one looks like it was above the water table. Oh, wow.
It looks like copper there.
Yep. The band was made of copper.
Okay.
I've had a couple of these things in a freshwater soak for a month or two, and then you can do electrolysis on them to fully get the rest of the salt water and the rest of this rust off. So,
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to bring it home.
and I'm going to give you this piece of a barrel band that we found a minute ago when we were digging.
Oh, thank you.
And basically what it was the copper band that went around the projectile to keep the explosion gases behind it to propel it out of the
Oh,
barrel of
sure,
the cannon.
sure. Like the wadding or
Yep, and this piece would have been used with the incendiary 90 millimeter, the one that exploded. But you know, when they fired these, the solid shots, they wouldn't come off because they didn't explode.
I see. Cool. What am I looking at here, Brad?
All of these things were found on the beach after Florence, including this gold wedding band, 14 karat gold. These 3 silver coins were found today, but the rest of them were found, you know, within the last 3 months. Even this 1943 Walking Liberty half dollar. That was pretty neat.
Wow. Well, you sure give an Exo-Man the bug to get
Yeah.
a metal detector.
I hope so. As long as it's a Garrett, you'll be doing fine.
Okay.